This is from Sam Altman. He basically said the vision for Chat GPT and AI tools in general is that they really want to have AI be this all-encompassing companion that goes with you everywhere you go. And it basically has all of the context of your whole life. So effectively what I'm saying here is plan for a future where every bit of data that you have is going to be added as context to the language model tools that we're talking to. Every email, every text message that's in your phone, every Google Doc you've ever created, every pretty picture you've drawn in Canva, and you will consent to this. Remember, this will be opt-in and you will consent to this because it will be so convenient and it'll just make the experience of these tools so much better. So what are we trying to do today by building our Gemini memory? We're trying to get ahead of the game and create this new reality. Now, OpenAI has already done a pretty good job of doing this automatically inside Chat GPT. If I open my Chat GPT, it will automatically start creating memory for me. So what Chat GPT does is it automatically picks up conversations that you have and it's building this memory in the background automatically. It's building this like kind of dossier on you based on the things that it finds in the conversations that you have. Gemini has this feature, but it's only switched on for Gmail accounts, personal Gmail accounts. It's not yet switched on for your business account. So we're missing this feature right now for business accounts. It will eventually be added, but it's not there yet. The other limitation of this is pretty basic. I wouldn't say this like deeply knows me yet. And it's got a limit on how much memory is actually collected here. It is useful, but I think we can still do a bit of a better job. Remember, in 6 months' time, 12 months' time, 18 months' time, every bit of data from every app that you're using or have used is going to be fully included in the context. They don't have the computing power for that yet, but they will. And so at one point in the future, all of this is just going to be basically available for you as context. But for now, we've got to add that context. So that's what we're going to build together. So let me go ahead and open up, got a test window here, and we are going to start building this one together. And what the finished result looks like is, I'll open up my Gemini here. So what it looks like is, it's called my Biz Gem. And anything I put into my Biz Gem is going to use the context of my memory that I've created. So my memory has all been added to this Biz Gem. And then anytime I have a conversation with Gemini, I'm actually opening up this gem to have the conversation. Rather than just going new chat, which is just fresh one, I always start with this one, and you might want to call it memory gem. And any conversation I have here, it's got all of the context that I've added automatically. And that's what I'm going to show you how to build. Let's start off here. I've got a document that I've prepared earlier for everyone. The basis of this is based on one document of Gemini memory. Cool. Okay. So what I've got here is a document which has got as much information as I can gather on me. And it's in bullet form. Number one, I've set my preferences for chat. So I've said, this is how I want you to respond to me in chat. Now, I've manually given a set of system operating instructions. Things like, even though I'm based overseas, I might want specific metric or imperial type preferences, all those basics of localization. There is, for me, a desire to have shorter, more direct instructions. So I put those in here. And there's plenty of these things on Facebook and Instagram on like, oh, how to train your AI, put in this set of instructions, right? So this is just a set of preferences. And if I notice I'm getting answers that I don't really like or I want to tweak them, I tweak these preferences. And then we've got like all of the different kind of like titles and headings here, information on business, information on the company, blah, 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 blah. Lots of those things, right? Great. So next what I did is I have some pretty good data sources of information on myself. So I've got a couple of YouTube channels and they've got lots of like, let's call them journal style videos. And from those, I can export those. I used Notebook LM and I actually got a lot of information into documents as well, like my business journey, my kind of philosophy, guiding principles on business, how I think. And these came from a couple of interviews. So if you have a resource like that, even if it's not a public video on YouTube, that is very, very valuable. You can go to any YouTube video. If it's a public channel, you can go to the channel and you can basically snip that channel into Notebook LM. But if it's not a public channel, that's okay. So you can take any private video, you can put it into Notebook LM, and you can have it transcribe that video and get the insights from it. Then leadership style. So I took this from meeting transcripts, and then business strategy was another query that I added from business strategy. And these are all just different dimensions of context of Peter Moriarty. What I've tried to do is think of how can I bring in as many different angles and dimensions of Peter Moriarty that would be useful to train my AI companion, and have it have lots of detail on my preferences, so it really, really understands me differently, in lieu of having every single conversation ingested, which eventually we'll get there. Okay, so what I've done is I've created some headings, and I've got some basic prompts headings here. And we're going to use Gemini now to build out these headings. We're going to go to different places and we're going to start building out these headings. So the first thing we need to do is we need to go and find our data sources, right? We've got different areas where we'll have some different data sources, but we need to go and find and we need to go and build our data sources. Now, I think the easiest thing to do, first up, is to go to Chat GPT. Because that's probably already got some memory on you if you've been using it. So if you go to Chat GPT, very basic prompt. I said, export every note in my memory into one summary. So that's the prompt. Basically, you're asking Chat GPT to give you a memory dump. So there we go. So this has basically given me a dump of everything in my memory in Chat GPT. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut and paste that, and we're going to put it into our Gemini memory. Okay, cool. That's done pretty well. Now we've got some headings here, and your ChatGPT memory might not have covered all of that so far. So what you could do is you might ask Gemini, using these headings, can you analyze this document and tell me if there's anything I've missed and should update manually to add more context to this document. So, and then I'm going to add the headings in there. Cool. So it's going to tell me if there's anything that I should add. Philosophy, brand voice, and my business unique strengths are currently empty that would benefit from manual updates. And team culture performance could be updated as well. Great. So we're asking and we're querying, hey, how do I make this more complete? And this is an important part of this process is we put in context, but then we want to query, okay, how do I refine it? How do I make it better? Okay, cool. So we've done that bit. And now let's go and look for some other data sources. But now we actually have some context starting to be built, right? Now, one of the best data sources that I've found for this is Notebook LM. When we go into Notebook LM, what this lets us do is to gather lots of data from lots of different sources in one place, and then we can query that data. And if you haven't used it yet, we've got clips on YouTube if you want to watch kind of the summarized versions. But head along to Notebook LM. Notebook LM is like a smarter scrapbook. It's a bit of a digital scrapbook where you can bring in lots of different sources and then you can run queries on those sources. So what I've been doing is I've been going to my Notebook LM, I click the Google Drive button, and then I search for the word transcript. And that is going to let me import meetings that I've had. And ideally, internal meetings, but here I can import meetings from the business. Now, this is a test account, so there's actually not that much information in there, but I'm going to go ahead and bring that data in anyway. Let's go to my real account, and I'll show you one that I prepared earlier. So I've got 130 meetings in here. So this is like literally hundreds and hundreds of hours of data of conversations that we've had, and every word transcribed. Now, I've shared a number of times how important it is to record and transcribe every meeting in your Google Workspace account. You can switch this on to happen automatically in your admin panel. I've shown how to do that previously, but if you want auto record switched on and auto transcribe switched on, just flick a message to our team via chat or via email and say, hey, can you switch on auto recording? So as soon as you jump into a meeting, it'll automatically start recording and transcribing, and it just puts it all in your My Drive. Once you do that, when I go to add a document to Google Drive here, and I search for the word transcript, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of contextual pieces of information that I can bring into a notebook here. So I've got all of my conversations with Scott and I here, and from here I can query this. And I want to make a memory document, so let's query it and say something along the lines of, from all of these meetings and conversations where I have spoken, can you tell me what you know about me that would be useful information to put into a memory document for Gemini? Simple query like that. And this again should give us a long output of information. I mean, it's impressive when it scans a 10-page document and gives you a summary. It's super impressive when it reads 200 10-page documents and then gives you summaries. Like, it's just kind of blows my mind. Okay, cool. Here's a comprehensive list. Okay, great. That's the end of part 1. Check out for part 2.